Stephen and I just finished my autobiography, our life together, our love story, our teaching, the healing I took birth for, as told to Stephen. And because, as some of you might know, I'm profoundly dyslexic, and you wouldn't want to read a book if I wrote it, but with my beloved writing it, you'll all want to read it. It's basically my life. My life is an odd person, as many of you can relate to at times, feeling that way, having cancer and having many, many illnesses. And what I've done to stay as well as I can, stay as open and loving as I can, our practice together.
I think a lot of people can relate to the fact that we often have to go through hell to get to paradise. And Ondrea's early life is very, very difficult. Nobody would want it. Nobody would want it. But from it, for instance, from parents who never spoke to her, and I mean never spoke to her, since nobody was allowed any emotion in the house, and there's reasons for it. Hurt, I mean, her parents were profoundly hurt from their early lives. So she had to watch to understand what her parents were talking about, what her parents meant, what their attitude toward her was, or did they just hate her? She became hypersensitive to body language. And in becoming hypersensitive, really paying attention to the minutiae of the moments, the musculature, a ripple in the jaw, a closing of the eyes, and things a lot less obvious than that, she came to be able to hear. And I mean that in a way that some of you intuitively understand. She came to hear people's minds. She didn't try, she didn't want to. As a matter of fact, she saw at a certain point that it could be an obstruction, that these things that some people call gifts can be a real destruction. It could cause you to stop there and not go on to fulfill who you really are. And that's what she has done. She's come out of that. This is the story of a healing in the most profound levels.
Part of this was written because I was given a leukemia diagnosis and thought, well, I'm going to be dead in a year, about or so, from what they told me. They said there was nothing they could do. And Stephen was saying, well, why don't you try a life review? It gives you something creative to do, and then maybe it can help somebody else, which is really more important, is to help somebody else. So even though I've been told, and many people think you have such bad karma if you have cancer, or you've had any illness, I don't see it that way. I see it as healer's training, teacher's training, learning to become more fully alive and become a whole human being. So whether the body heals or not, it's more important for me to heal my heart. And that's part of the process. So we're just sharing our little bit of my life before and our life together, and hope you enjoy it. And if you do, please spread the word.